Year 8, in order to prepare for your assessment task, it's a good idea to think very, very carefully about that key term, stereotypes. Reflect on what stereotypes actually mean. How do we recognise them? Remember that a stereotype is a fixed and limited idea about something or someone that often fails to match reality. Some of the texts that we have looked at have highlighted negative stereotypes of teenagers. For example, the idea that teenagers are irresponsible, looking for trouble, and out of control. They are selfish and lazy and just want to party. Alternatively, they are helpless without adult supervision and ignorant. They need adult guidance at all times. Think about the stereotypes of the different categories of teenagers: the violent gang member, the spoilt rich kid, the ignorant teenager, the teenager who is out of control, the binge drinker. As we have seen, a lot of these stereotypes, certainly all of the ones that I have just listed, are quite negative. A question for you: how do the composers you have looked at represent teenagers? We know that S.E. Hinton challenges stereotypes through her characterisation. See the previous video for more on that. What about the text that you have chosen? A lot of composers won't address stereotypes directly, but what are they saying indirectly? Think of a stereotype as a cardboard cutout, a character you could describe with one adjective: the selfish girl, the violent boy, the party animal. These characters are two-dimensional. They're like flapping bits of paper. They don't seem to be real flesh and blood people. Non-stereotyped teens are much more complex. They might have flaws, don't we all, but they also possess positive traits, and they learn, grow, and change. Novelists and filmmakers challenge negative stereotypes of youth through characterisation that shows us people with whom we can empathise. The use of backstory is a technique, for example, that helps us to understand how people's behaviour is influenced by their experiences. Novelists and filmmakers also challenge stereotypes through representing the courage, wisdom, and generosity of their characters at particular points in time. Think about text types such as website and feature articles. If someone writes an article about teenage binge drinkers and suggests that this behaviour is typical of teenagers, then yes, they are stereotyping teenagers. This is a basic question to ask about the texts that you are thinking of writing about. Does the composer's representation of young people show complexity, or does it reduce them to one characteristic? Brattish, self-obsessed, clueless? Do the characters grow or change? Do you admire them in any way? Usually the characters with whom we empathise are not stereotyped.